Welcome, one and all, to Code Weaver Plays Games. I'm just going to test out to see that my audio levels are doing okay. And that should be a quick and dirty test here. And we're going to switch right off on into my display of my VR headset. Yes, so that should be pretty good. And I now have my controllers in hand, and I got my Guardian all set up, and you guys can see my front end screen here. Just going to make sure that we are capturing everything nice and pretty. All right. So I've done this series quite a bit for the stream, and this is basically a little bit of rock climbing in VR. I do this partially because it's fun. I don't get as much time as I'd like to just play around in VR spaces. Just going to quickly wipe off my lenses just in case there's any residue on them. Because you never know what happens when you're putting it on top of the headset. And now I've got my foot stuck to a cable because Velcro. Don't need a cable for this particular quest game, though. It is running entirely on headset, which is really, really useful. So I'm going to get myself centered in my space. Although apparently today I'm playing sideways in my room because we're decided to set up the menus. So we're going to go straight off into the Alps. No, wait a minute. Did we actually finish the bouldering on the last set of maps? Can I go back? Yes, I can. Let's go into Canyon. So there are 2 boulderings, and I think I did both of these actually, which was quite awesome. I've actually had some unique successes during this stream. I played this game before I started the stream series on it, and there were a couple of these that I could never finish, and I finished a couple for you all on stream. So I'm gonna go and do some bouldering, and we're just gonna go straight on into the game. Now the special rules of this is I don't get to chalk my hands, and I don't get any checkpoints. It's just basically me as a challenge to get up a specific route, not even a specific route of the mountain.
Welcome to the boulder, a short, challenging climb where chalk is not allowed.
All right. So yeah, as I do every time I start the stream, my goodness, it is quite amazing to look at. When I'm standing here, because although it's a little hard to get this sensation when you're seeing us on a 2D screen, especially when it's like on a sort of miniature little square box there on the screen, you don't get the sense of the panorama I have, even though I guess it's kind of because I have 2 eyes on 2 different views. You guys are only sort of getting a forward view, and it's not 3-dimensional, so you don't really get a sense of how far down that feels. Even though there's a little bit of parallax, you can see as I sort of sway back and forth, that gives you a little bit of a sense of depth. I really should try finding a way to get stereoscopic output displayed for you guys at some point. I'd probably have to do that through a link cable. I have done that before, and the nice thing about that is I can either try to red-green tint it or red-blue tint it for chromatic 3D lenses, or you can cross your eyes on them and I get a 3D image that way. I've actually done that for people, and it works okay. A little hard in the eyes maybe when you did the cross-eye thing, and that would actually give you a stereoscopic view of what I'm looking at. I may try that at some point, but in any case, let's get a sensation for this game. And as I do normally in all of my streams when I start the rock climbing, I'll give you a quick little discussion on what I'm going to be doing, even though I'm not going to go through the full tutorial on it. So hands are chalked. When your hands are chalked, it means they're not sweaty, which means that you lose stamina less quickly. You store stamina longer. But I can't re-chalk my hands, so that's kind of irrelevant for this climb. Eventually, I just got to deal with the fact that my hands are going to get sweaty. Second, I'm going to go up this mountain by just hand over handing, and every time I reach up, I grab by pulling the trigger to indicate that I'm closing my hand. I'm really hoping at some point this game will get updated so that it'll take advantage of the new hand tracking stuff, semi-new. I mean, it's been around for a little while, in the Quest and probably other VR gear going forward so that you can actually grab with your actual hands instead of using triggers on a controller. I think that'd be really cool. Anyway, we're going to be going up the mountain, and I'll discuss certain things about it as I go. So, get into the center of my physical room so I'm not smacking any walls. So a little bit forward here. It's going to take me out of the center of the game, so I'm going to recenter the game. So now we're all nice and centered, and I can move my hands about in all directions and not smack anything. Except I can just reach the edge of my space there. How am I doing in this direction? A little bit more leeway there. Okay, I think I'm good. I think I'm good right here. Okay, here we go. Climbing, hand over hand, and all I have to do is pull the trigger, but there's a caveat in that if I want to hold on with one hand, I'll lose stamina as I go until I re-grab with two hands. And if I want to hold on with one hand for a long time, do this half trigger thing that puts that puck that shows my sort of trigger pull level in the middle. That's sort of the tension of your hand. So that is a relaxed one-handed grab, and I can do that for more or less forever, but I have to pull the trigger halfway, which means it's a little bit of a dexterity thing to keep that going. And that's basically the sort of mental skill thing that you have to get going when you want to sort of hang off here and let a hand go free for a while. Holding on two hands, no big deal, and a lot of the time I'm just going to be quickly doing hand over hand like this with just fully pulling the trigger so I don't have to think about it. Because every time you have to do that half trigger thing, sometimes call it the half puck hold because of that, it takes a little bit of focus. So just, okay, so here, I want to switch hands. I just pre-grab and then let one hand drop and let the other hand grab. That's pretty easy to do. But I have to do it on the half puck thing to recover my stamina on the other hand. And the problem is I've got to go up to that and then that and then that, and these are going to break as I go. So I'm going to have to do this quickly, and I'm hoping I don't have to launch myself to do it. So here goes. Probably going to fall here. And then here, and then here, and then fall, and then, oh, there. Okay. Maybe I can do that hand over hand more quickly. But there is another route here, so let's quickly take a look at what's here. Oh, there is another route. Okay, well, let's go the route we were going, and maybe we'll boulder this twice and take the other road up next time. Okay, so let me reach out to here. All right. Now this does require a fair bit of, well, at least arm movement, but often you have to reach out and twist your body, so you're doing a lot of this upper body motion. You see I'm running out of stamina there. Upper body motion keeps you actually fairly flexible in this, especially if you make long reaches, or if you have to reach way up over the back of your head, or do hand over hands over your head. It's often easier to do the Tarzan thing and go sort of over and then over the other direction by swinging your entire body. Depends how flexible you are. I'm not. I'm a software developer who is not in terribly good shape. So here we go. I'm gonna go and grab, halfway grab. Nope. So breakable, so it have to be faster. So I'm just gonna quickly get up here without any drama, so I can get to the part that's tricky. So, all right. I wonder if I can just do this hand over hand. Oop. Nope. Okay. I felt the buzz in my left hand. What happened was I was holding on with one hand and I let my puck slide, the trigger slide too far down, so I started bleeding stamina. And I can't do that if I'm sitting there waiting. And the trick there was that I accidentally hit the button-based jump, which I do not like using. Anybody who has listened to any of my previous, or watched any of my previous streams on this know, prefer to use a jump where I actually move my hands to do the jumping. But there is a jump button, and I'm going to keep my thumb off it. All right, here we go. Ready? All right, there, and there, and there, and there. Ooh. And there, okay. Now what happened there? That is a thorn, a rose bush, something with thorns in it. And the problem there is if you grab it, you can grab it. Like there's no problem with you grabbing it. You can grab it with your whole hand. But it hurts and you lose stamina even faster. And so it's, again, never going to break, but it is going to bleed your stamina no matter what you do. So a slightly different variation. Oh. Okay, transfer hands, let my other hand relax. Alright, so I described most of the mechanics that I'm using, and otherwise, I mean, I know there's a lot of specialty handholds in this I've talked about, but a lot of that is fairly sort of advanced stuff. You can play this game without having to know most of that. At least on the easier levels. Alright. So what have we got here? So no matter where I go, I'm going to actually climb back up for a moment, see if there's anything up here that's of interest. Now this does let me go all the way over here, but I don't think this improves things because, no, maybe it does. Alright. Because down there I had to do a leap across some broken boulders. But where does this get me? I may be bouldering several different routes on this. Oh yeah, look at that. Okay. Alright, well we'll try this route. Just hand over hand, grabbing it, and if I can get with two hands, then it's not a lot of drama. I just have to pull the trigger. Oh wow! Like every so often, you have to turn around and just take a look at where you are, and I feel like I'm, 300 meters above a crevasse or something. Sometimes feels like that. Okay. Oh, check that out! I didn't know these guys were actually in the bouldering runs. So these guys are little. I guess Easter eggs or collectibles to find. Just knock them off and and exploding confetti. I thought they were only in the traditional routes. I didn't know they were in the bouldering mode. And so that means I have more to look for. I'm going to have to go back over the bouldering and see if I can find them. Okay, now, let's check this out. Wow. Alright. Just going to bypass that entirely. Here, and then half puck, so I won't have to brush this by squeezing a trigger and just running my hand back and forth. And that just lets me up. So that was fun bouldering, but I want to try the same thing but through one of the other routes, because this one sported some really obvious alternate routes that I want to experiment with. So one thing that they've done a pretty good job of is they've made really good use of the space and processing power, I think, to be able to give you quite a number of routes over what is essentially not actually that big a mountain, but it feels bigger than it is. So we're going to go right back into Boulder 1. Quickly check to see if anybody's in my chat room. Nope, nobody is. So let's keep on going here. Alright, well we're going to do a variant of the one that we just did because we already know part of this route. Oop. My hand relax, and then up, 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 up. Okay. Now I had to do that fast, partially because of the breakables, but also because I was using full trigger grabs, and that's just bleeding off your stamina. Because when I'm going that fast, I don't really feel like I have time to think about doing the half trigger press. But this is where it starts to get interesting. So if I do this leap with my left hand, I'm going to grab with my right, and then I have the problem that I have to okay. I have to sweep with my left on, I think, a breakable, and I don't think that's sensible. I don't think I want to try to do that. Because I don't think I can hold on to the first one long enough in order to brush off the second. So I think I actually want to bypass all of that, and I'm going to try to go all the way over. Whoa. Oh, oh. Okay, that did not work. Alright, so let's try that again. Okay. Alright. Oh, go on, grab quickly. Yeah, thank you. It's interesting that they let you go all the way down here, I guess just for the sightseeing aspect, because there's no other handholds down there. Alright. Alright. So, I don't know if I can actually make the entire leap. Let's try that again. Oh, okay. A little harder of a throw, maybe. So now I have a challenge for myself. I want to try to go that route. That is now the specific challenge I'm after. Alright, so hand over hand. See, yeah, I don't want to go that way. I want to go the lower route. There seems to be even maybe a middling route there. But there's all sorts of ways to get around this mountain. Alright. Okay. Okay. So probably what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to leap over. I'm going to leap over, grab that breakable with one hand, and immediately refling myself and bypass the breakable one. So I'm not going to be able to grab it with all the junk on it. Alright, hand over hand. Alright, here we go. Up, grab, up. Yep, that's doable. Now let's just check that again. So, is that breakable? Now this is dumb because I don't really need to be doing this. This is not breakable, so in principle, if I could get this brushed off quickly enough, but I don't think I can, because if I grab that, it would just snap off. So, now if I'd taken that upper route, I would be reaching around and have to drop down to here anyway, so that doesn't really give us another major route up there. So let's just keep on going around this bend. Oh! We've just gone right around the base of the mountain. So the intent was, I know we've covered then 2 routes for the price of one. The intent was arguably to get here. Okay, get my hands uncrossed because that's hurting me out a little bit. Come on. Got my stamina to recover. I was actually meant to go that way. Now I've got a different problem. Can I get up there? Let's try this. So grab here. Alright, prepare my grab and launch. And then grab. Yep, okay. Reach over. And now I can take this route. Let my stamina recover because my hands are sweaty because I've been climbing all over this mountain. And I've been using the full trigger pulls, which gives my hands a lot of stress. Right? Right. Switch hands. If you can get good enough to do that half trigger pull all the way up, it may not be fast in one sense, but you'll never run out of stamina, or at least run out of stamina a lot less. Yeah, so here's Buddy Boy. And that was it. Alright, well, now we know where this route goes, so let's just quickly do this time. Alright. One of the things you'll notice, by the way, is it does automatically sort of recenter your body to the face of the rock, and I've mentioned this on several other videos, of these videos. I guess it prevents you so that if you swing your body but don't swing your hands, like it keeps the hands locked to the face, and it twists your head as your head twists, but it doesn't twist your affected body, so you can't twist yourself by moving your hands, which does also mean that switching hands. I didn't really want to do that, but okay. Nope. Means that it automatically centers your body facing based on the handholds you happen to be holding. So if you reach around a corner, it twists you around. It kind of feels a little bit like a loss of control, but I think maybe swinging your body around would be more of a loss of control. So if anybody's wondering about that, that's why that's happening. just like this. If I go and reach around, I'm facing this way right now. The minute I grab this, it switches to facing the other way. And if I were to grab back, it grabs with my body facing this wall. It's automatic. You can't control it except by grabbing. But if you know what's going to happen, it's not bad. I've gotten used to it. Curious to see what they did in the climb too. They probably haven't changed it. Oh, that was a long grab. All right, time to just go hand over hand and climb this mountain quickly and efficiently. And we've been doing so many full trigger pulls that my hands are getting tired, so let them relax a little bit, try to do a more gradual grab. And that one, and then grab, and both hands down on the top of the platform to get up onto the solid surface. And now I'm standing looking out over a very long drop. Now, if I were to have maybe one complaint, this is probably just a processing power thing. The rest of this environment down there isn't quite as three-dimensional. I don't even think we'll get very much parallax. And I guess their implication is it's so far away that you're not really going to get a lot of parallax, and they save on processing. So it's just a big, gigantic, high-res bubble. And that's fine, because up here, all of this is three-dimensional, and it's quite lovely. So let's stand in this direction, because in that sense, this is prettier. All right. Falcon or an eagle coming off the edge there. All right. So we're going to go on to bouldering in number 2. So we've taken basically the 2 primary routes up that. So. I have no idea if these scores are any good. I kind of really don't care. All right, Alps, boulder 2. This is likely to be harder. Let's do it. Just gonna quickly double check to see that my stream is still running.
Welcome to the boulder, a short, challenging climb
It
where
is.
chalk is
You
not
might have gotten a
allowed.
little bit of echo because apparently my headset went away off of my laptop, and that's fine. All right. So lots of interesting things going on here. Probably have to go up that way. Now in the main climbing part of this game where you get used to the mountain, hang on, I gotta reset myself. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Thank you. Please hold the trace to resume. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do not that either. Come on, brain. There we go. That's what I meant to do to recenter. I've forgotten my controls already. Roughly in the center of my room. Good. We could be going up that direction. Might be something over here. Should we go that way first, maybe? Let's find out. Okay. Fling. There do appear to be handholds up there, but can I get there somehow? Maybe directly if I give myself a really big fling. Alright. Nope. Oh, and grab with both hands. Okay, so I probably can't sensibly do that. What I can do is go over this way, but that's going to be a bunch of breakable handholds, which I do not like. Alright, here goes. And grab, and go half pull because I need to think about this a second. More importantly, I have to switch hands. So that was a bunch of breakables, which means I had to move very quickly to get off them. Oh, there's quite a bit of stuff going on now. Oh, and maybe I could have gone just immediately to the right. Now, is there anything, or immediately to the left? Is there anything to the right? No. So, in a sense, I've come over here for no reason. Okay. Let's switch hands here and reach around. That is a super weird bit of level design, because I probably could have gone from there to there, maybe leap up, except I probably wouldn't have been able to see it. Okay, so let's just go straight over. Over. That was breakable, so that was risky. Well, let's just see what's over here. Nothing over there. Okay. Okay, can I reach this? Yes, but I have to be super careful here. Climbing, I guess, this is called a chimney. Kind of pulling myself up this. Okay. All right, now where? If I grab that, I can only use that to fling myself. Both of those are going to break. Okay, can I reach that with this hand? No, there's no way I can do that. Do not have the reach for that. So I would have to grab that and fling myself and then grab with my left hand again. So here goes. Bit of rendering glitch, but it's okay. Here we go. Oh, God. Okay. Okay, no. We're good. Everybody relax. Okay. That was not good. All right, so let's... Okay, so let's... Can I reach that? Maybe. Okay, so... Oh! Nope. I tried to fling myself and I didn't have enough fling motion. Alright, so let's see what happens when I go around this corner. I can see that ledge up there. Alright. Nope, okay. So I cannot sensibly make that leap all the way up. But what I can do is I can go this way, bypass that here. Can I reach all the way up there? I might be able to. Yes, at least I can do a leap. Isn't that interesting? All right. Then, nope. Okay. I think I have to go up because I think that is going the wrong way. I think that's coming back from that lower track. So, Alright, it's going to be tricky again. I have to grab that with a big stretch, and then I'm going to throw myself over. Here we go. Oh. Both hands on something. I had to do that mostly blind, and I'm a little bit lucky that worked because I couldn't see what I was doing very well. Okay. Up. Oh God. Okay. Oh, almost missed that. It broke right underneath my fingers. Yeah. All right. You've earned Alps boulders in the climb. That's my achievement message for today. All right. So let's check out the progress thing and see if we've learned anything. So check all of this out. I've done everything. I've done quite a few things across this board, but there's clearly a lot of challenges. Now, I'm probably not going to go after most of these, but maybe we can find out what this is. Can we even? This is be faster than 5 minutes and bay medium. Yeah, right? So, can we back out of that, please? Yeah, there we Activate only the marked save points and bay mediums in row 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, so there's lots of very specific challenges here. And be faster than 5 minutes, etc., etc. Yeah, you could spend forever doing all of these. Now, I may pick up one or two of these things in future editions, but I'm more about the having fun and exploring these sites and getting a little bit of fitness in while I'm at it. So what I'm going to do at this point is I think I'm going to make this one a shorter one today. And I'm going to go off and maybe stream something else. But I wanted to share that last bouldering with you. The next time I do the climb, I'm actually going to do the climb 2 because there's a second version of this. I have never been in that before. I'm kind of keen to see all of the new places and maybe some new mechanics. We'll have to see. Anyway, this has been Code Weaver Plays Games. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you in the next stream.